Do zombies exist? You're going to use your understanding of the characteristics of life to determine if these invaders of other organisms are zombies. Let's look at our first victim here. A stalk of the newfound fungus species, Ophiocordyceps Cabanodi balzani, grows out of this ant's head in the Brazilian rainforest. This fungus species can infect an ant, take over its brain, and then kill the insect once it moves to an ideal location for the fungi to grow and spread its spores. Lodged in this ant's brain, the fungi species directs the dying ant to anchor itself to leaves or other stable places, as pictured above, providing a stable nursery for the fungus. Other fungus species develop explosive spores on the infected ants' bodies. When other ants come near the cadavers, these dead bodies, the shooting spores can hit the unwitting passerby, turning them too into these zombies. You decide. Are they zombies or not? When the female jewel wasp is ready to procreate, she finds a cockroach to serve as a living nursery for her young. First, she injects a toxin into the roach that paralyzes its front legs. Then, the wasp strikes in the roach's head, and the venom targets a specific area of the brain responsible for initiating movement. The jewel wasp hunts cockroaches and takes over their decision-making process. Stripped of its ability to move of its own free will, the cockroach can be grabbed by the antenna and guided to a burrow where the wasp will lay her egg on the victim and entome them together. The wasp larva slowly consumes the cockroach from the inside out for several days before pupating in its abdomen, emerging as an adult about a month later. Zombie or not? Meet the suicidal cricket. Hairworms have a perpetual challenge. They infect the land-loving insects like crickets, but their parasites must make their way to an aquatic habitat in order to reproduce. However, crickets don't particularly like water, so these hairworms produce mind-controlling chemicals that cause their cricket host to move towards light. Because bodies of water reflect moonlight, this often sends crickets towards lakes and streams. The cricket jumps in and drowns, and then the hairworm, this lovely thing, emerges out, ready to find their next victim. Is this a zombie cricket? A predator protected from other predators, the ladybug would seem to have the perfect insect life, were it not for wasps that lay their eggs inside its living body. One of these wasps, Dinocampus cochineae, is about the size of an ice cream sprinkle. When a female wasp is ready to lay an egg, she lands near a ladybug and swiftly inserts her stinger into its underside, injecting an egg into her victim, along with a blend of chemicals. When the egg hatches, the larva feeds on the fluids that fill its host's body cavity. Though the ladybug is gradually being devoured, on the outside it seems unchanged. It goes on attacking aphids with abandon, but after it has digested its prey, its parasite feeds and grows on the resulting nutrients. Some 3 weeks later, the wasp larva has grown so much that it is ready to leave its host and develop into an adult. It squirms out through a chink in the ladybug's exoskeleton. Even though the ladybug's now free of its parasite, its mind remains enthralled as the wasp larva wraps itself in a silk cocoon beneath it. the ladybug remains immobile, protecting its parasite. Zombie or not? Killer cats and mindless rats. The Toxoplasma gondii, which is a single-celled protozoan, infects many animals, including rats and birds and cats, but it can only reproduce in cats. So what this interesting parasite does is it takes over the rat's nervous system to the point where the rat has no fear of its natural predator, the cat. And when it sees a cat, it will actually go towards the cat instead of away from the cat. The cat will eat the rat, and then Toxoplasma gondii will be able to reproduce and spread itself to other hosts through its fecal deposits. Is this rat, this mindless rat, a zombie doing the bidding for this protozoan? Use your understanding of the characteristics of life and what you learned in this presentation to determine whether these are zombies or not.